Hello, fabulous superstar Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2025. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Consultations are now available with me or Andy of Wise as Astrology over on my website, nadiyashah.com/consultations, links below. At the very beginning of the month, on the 2nd and 4th respectively, we have powerful energies here, a phenomenon taking place. On the one hand, Mars leaves shadow. It may seem like a non-event on the surface, but it's actually a really big deal. We've had Mars either in shadow or retro, and in shadow means walking a path that Mars either went retro on or would eventually go retro on. Well, all the way back to the first days of October. That's how long it's been that we've been in a Mars retrograde season, and it will be Mars moving through the foundation of your chart. Leaving shadow, that means it's on brand new territory. That means that whatever needed to be wrapped up, whatever it was that was lingering or seeking to be understood more deeply, well, in some way, especially related to matters having to do with your past and your home, your living situation, maybe even family dynamics as well. Well, at least for now, you're on brand new territory. You're done with some of the more important, more nuanced understandings. But we have something else that's happening, and that is on the 4th of the month, Pluto goes retro. Pluto goes retro. Now, once Pluto is retro, really, it's the only retrograde planet for the next 2 months. It'll be well into July. Once we step into July, that more planets will start going retro. And what that means is there's a lot of forward momentum, and yet here we have that Pluto going retro at the top of your sky, having to do with career, social standing, life purpose. And it's a chance for you to really look at an understanding of what power is for you and what changes you're hoping to align with and what it is to align with a path having to do with purpose that ultimately represents something authentic within you. It is a time when you are asked for a deeper layer of honesty. What are you really going for? Is it what you really want? And why do you want it? Well, these are questions you'll be exploring for a while because Pluto does go retrograde for about 5 months every year. And this time will be no exception. Pluto goes retro and will be retro to the middle of October. You will find the answers that are right for you, but your answers will be a lot more personal than you realize, especially at the very beginning of this transit. What you think is a sure thing, what you think success is, allow yourself to ask yourself more profound questions because ultimately that will lead you to a success that is of your definition and no one else's. The 12th of the month features this month's full moon, and this full moon is standing across the sky from Uranus. Uranus is still in your sign. You are going to have that dip of Uranus out of your sign, but that isn't until July. For now, we have Uranus moving steadily and consistently through the later degrees, the later part of your sign, which means it is gaining energy, gaining concentration throughout this month and into next month as well. So it is Uranus that is strong. It is any given full moon that is strong. But it is a full moon in your opposite sign, which means that other people, one-on-one connections and alliances, boy, are they taking you by surprise. Their behaviors may feel like they come out of nowhere, but there's something very illuminating about the partners in your life now. Even if they behave in ways that feel unexpected, you're getting to some truth of given dynamics. Now, this could be playing out in professional alliances, business partnerships, for example. And in some cases, some alliances are going to get a lot more honest and solidify. They become clearer and more strong. But other alliances are likely to very quickly, very suddenly feel like they go a whole other way or maybe even end at this time. Whatever happens, though, it is rooted in what is real. It is rooted in what is true, and that should always be welcomed. The 17th of the month has what some astrologers call the most surprising day of the year or the most shocking day of the year. It is an energy of extremes, and it's the sun meeting Uranus in your sign. Yes, in your sign, we get another meeting. Now consider that the next time these two meet, they will not be in your sign. This is the last time for about 8 decades to come. So for a good long while, that the most surprising day of the year is taking place in your sign, which means this energy is that much more significant for you. When we have important phenomenon in your own sign, it reaches levels of identity and priority. With the sun and Uranus, yes, there's honesty there, there's truth there, but there's also surprising developments, seeing yourself very differently in an instant, feeling like who you knew yourself to be, all of a sudden it flips over, it becomes something else as you understand yourself differently in some way. And the things that were such priorities, either your pathway towards them might accelerate now, or it may feel as you recognize their superficiality, they just kind of fall away for you in some way. So pace yourself as you navigate this time, but know that whatever it is that comes to light, whatever it is that is illuminated for you, no matter how suddenly, it's like it's been a long time coming, it's been percolating in some way. And whatever is nearest and dearest to you, where it is good for you, your pathway towards it will leap forward. But where it isn't, where in any way it is not worthy of you, it just might leave in an instant. The 25th of the month features a major event with Saturn changing signs. Now, there will be a Saturn special horoscope most likely, so be on the lookout for that. I'll do my darndest to get that out in time. But for all that, know that with Saturn dipping into this part of the sky into the middle of October for now, and then Saturn will retrograde back into the friendship part of the sky where he's been since the early part of 2023. And then next year, just in time for Valentine's Day, Saturn will re-enter this part of the sky for about a 2-year period. And so I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, as I am right now with Saturn moving here. A lot is set to stir on levels of soul, psyche, and spirit. But it's also about trusting karma, trusting what's good for you, trusting what needs to stay and what needs to go, and being open to the possibility that sometimes, as part of our own wisdom, we just don't know what that is. We just don't know what it is that's actually good for us. And so the more it is that you can flex those trust in the universe muscles, the better it'll likely be for you, not just now, but certainly for the longer transit that's set to begin in the first part of next year. So you're going to get practice at this now. And as part of that, karmic closures that ultimately end up being fortunate, but might feel challenging, might happen. But there's also a very deep conviction that's set to take root, that you have a whole lot more to do in this lifetime, and you absolutely do. If you're here, it means that you have a lot more to do. And knowing that to be true, even if you don't know what that is, well, that is what faith is made of, and faith is very often rewarded. The 26th of the month has a very fortunate new moon, and this new moon will be speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto, in harmony with Neptune, Saturn, and is going to be close in the sky to Mercury. And this new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with money you earn, money you spend, self-love, self-esteem. If ever there was energies that said new financial opportunities, this would be it. This is you making a power move that aligns you with a greater sense of abundance. But this can also be a leap forward of healing towards healthy self-love and healthy self-esteem that transpires now. Some Taurians might find themselves making a purchase or receiving possessions that feel like more than just a gift, feels symbolic of power and positive change. If ever there was a time to nurture your financial ideas, this really would be it. Like I said, within them, there very likely is going to be at least something there that helps you to understand how it is you can move towards abundance as you uniquely define it. Where it comes to matters of love, Venus is going to spend the entire month moving through a part of the sky for you that has to do with what's happening on levels of soul, psyche, spirit. And it's a lot about what's happening underneath the surface and behind the scenes. Now, what's fascinating about this is that next month, early next month, Venus will enter your sign, and that will feel like a brand new chapter and a brand new beginning in the context of love. And for many Taurians, it's going to feel like a long time coming. And in many ways, whatever happens this month is either about creating space, strengthening faith, or finding acceptance. There's this contrast here between what you don't know or what it is that maybe you don't want others to know, and still being okay with it all. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, if it is that new people are entering your life now, chances are it feels as if they're coming out of nowhere. They're just popping up. It just feels like, okay, here it is. Here's a person. This is exciting. But a much more likely scenario is if you've got your eye on somebody, you don't really know what's going on with them. Or maybe this is a time when you are really energetically letting go of a past situation as part of preparing yourself for greater love and also a greater awareness of the options available to you in the context of love. For those of you just starting to date someone, a couple of scenarios here sometimes is the case when Venus moves through this part of the sky. It can feel like someone that you're dating, they're just not as available, or maybe you're the one who's busy or not as available to them. But for all that, we have energies here that do suggest a powerful sense of moving towards a deeper appreciation that there is love for you. That could be with this person or in another direction. Also possible here, if you've had your eye on somebody, you realize what's really going on where you didn't know before, and it might change your perception as to whether or not it's someone to navigate forward with at all. For those of you just starting to date someone, a couple of possibilities here, whether you are dating or you're in an established bond. Sometimes what happens with this energy and this placement of Venus in particular is that where it felt like perhaps before you're able to be with this person more in a literal way, for whatever reason, whether you or whether it's them or both of you, whether you're busy in your own lives or other circumstances mean you're not able to be present with each other as much as before. And ultimately, this is a temporary energy. It'll pass after this month. But for all that, also possible here is, well, this is a part of the sky that has to do with what's hidden. So it could be that something's happening between you and this person and you don't feel like you can announce it to the world or tell other people about it just yet. Or it could be now that what is hidden is the true motivations of this person, what's really going on. So it becomes really important to just trust the journey and the process, but also acknowledge that at this point, there really is not nearly as much that you know about this person that you will come to know, and that so much right now just might be fantasy or hope, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. And for those of you in an established bond, the overwhelming majority might find that there are things happening between you and your partner. You can't announce it to the world just yet. You're keeping a lid on it for some reason, and that really is okay. Or one or both of you is just busy, not able to be present with each other. A very small percent out there, if you felt for a while that you might not be in the right relationship for you, with Venus leaving shadow, I feel like you've had the experiences you needed to. And now it really comes down to understanding what healthy closure looks like for you. Is it that you're going to put a difficult situation behind you so that the two of you can love that much more right here, right now together? Or does it mean going another way? Your answers will be uniquely your own. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say I love the fact that your ruling planet Venus is leaving shadow. We are on brand new territory with Venus, which means in many ways, whatever self-reflection, personal understandings that have been stirring, in many ways, what you might have felt like you were going over again and again, well, that is done. You found the answers that you need. You've culminated certain experiences, and now it's about allowing a deeper integration to take place, especially in the second half of the month. You might be energetically, at least, making sense of recent events, but it is a place where you're going to garner genuine wisdom, which then will inform the brand new beginnings in matters of heart, but also in matters of self that are right around the corner next month. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate over at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded exclusive video scopes for each and every sign. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, links below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.